And we're back, folks, with now Transformers 2 something something Revenge of the Fallen. We're at 5 second mark. If you want to watch along, press play on 3. 1, 2, 3. This one, I believe, could be subtitled Sam Witwicky Goes to College, if I'm remembering anything right about these movies.
So there's going to be a second love interest? Some type of love triangle because you meet new women in college?
I think you've seen these movies before, because I think you're exactly right to some extent.
I just know
how movies work.
Know how movies work.
Yeah, you nailed it, man.
I piss Yane off all the time when we're watching like movies or TV together because I've got that like bad habit of being like, this is going to happen next.
That's such a dad instinct. I do the same thing. I can't help it.
Especially when I'm watching like serialized TV and she's like, well, how do you know? Why are you spoiling this shit? This is how they fucking write these stories.
Oh man, look at those aboriginals. I think all these movies start with voiceover from Optimus Prime. So okay, like I keep harping on like how the mythology changes from movie to movie. Immediately, this is different from what the last movie was talking about.
Is it different or just adding on to it?
It's not. Well, let's see. I know between 1 and 2, it might not be as drastically different as I'm thinking. But dude, when we get to 3. They just throw everything out without remarking on it at all and just change everything. Like, Transformers have always lived on the moon. Like, anyway, sorry. Spoiler alert. This seems weirdly problematic to me. I don't know why. Am I just feeling like white guilt or SJWism? But no, I think Michael Bay is just kind of a piece of shit. Now they're in China. See, because I bet the first movie also played really well in China. I think they all play really well in China. And I immediately forgot what I said about taking a break on the coffee. Whatever.
You'll be okay, man.
It's a Sunday exploration of different states of consciousness. My God. Is this an ice cream truck transformer? I'm thinking it is. It's got that little transformer face on the front of it. Did you see what it just said on the fucking ice cream truck car? It said, suck my popsicle. Yep, here are the motorbikes I was talking about with the ghost women. Here comes our hero, Josh Duhamel, with his... Oh, that dude's in Fast and Furious. Tyrese, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
He was in the first movie, though, right?
Yeah, I'm just now making the Fast and Furious connection.
Oh, I thought about bringing it up, but...
Go with your heart, man. Don't hold back.
I'm saving myself.
For marriage.
Something like that.
Okay, they are in Shanghai for some reason. Oh, so now they're just like the best of friends with the Autobots. That's what the good ones are called, Autobots. Yeah, they never use the word transformer in these movies, do they? Or do they? I don't know. But now the the good alien robots are just completely aligned with the US military, and they're going on like missions abroad to hunt down the terrorists. Bad robots. Yeah, that's what this is all about. Extreme action sequence. Gun, explosion, flying car.
Is this movie... I don't know what I was going to ask then.
Is this movie? Question mark.
Is this movie?
Technically, yes, it is a movie.
Who are the motorcycle people? Oh, they're Decepticons.
We just got followed by somebody on Twitter called Bad Idea for a Podcast. I think it's a podcast.
Oh, nice.
I wonder if it's any good.
Bad Political Takes podcast. Is it a podcast?
Their quick bio says the two hosts try out a new topic to run into the ground. It might be great for an episode, but it's a bad idea for a podcast. That's actually a good idea for a podcast.
Sounds a lot like our friend Ian and Shay's podcast. 'Cause that's what they do. They take a topic and run it into the ground.
It's like a more explicit version of their premise. Yeah, that's true. Because I'm trying to think like some of their topics, like like the one where they did the like living on live stream for 24 hours a day. That wouldn't be a good podcast.
Microdosing for 2 weeks.
Yeah, doing that for indefinitely might be a little played out. Yeah, it is similar, except they're just like stating the premise like literally in their premise. If that makes any sense, what I just said. So, this is some real war on terror shit. They're just going around the world, like, rooting out the Decepticons.
Of course, the Transformers work for the U.S. government.
Yeah, naturally. They are the Earth. They're the Earth government.
Be better if they worked for the Japanese government.
Yeah.
You know what movie?
I mean, it would probably like look ultimately the same.
You know what movie I fucking love? I love the first Pacific Rim movie, and I was so sad by how bad the second one was.
I never saw either of them. They just,
oh my god,
to me, they looked like Transformers movies, which is why I wasn't interested.
So fucking good.
You love like Gundam stuff.
Yeah, because it's incredible.
Okay. Just saying.
It's like some of the best anti-war stuff ever made. Which is like basically the premise of every Gundam series is how much war fucking sucks.
I think you should really watch that RoboJocks movie because I think it's explicitly pro, like, fuck the Soviet Union type of movie. But maybe it's not. Maybe there is something.
No, Gundam's just all anti-war shit. It's like that's the point of the show is that war is terrible and people get wrapped up in it and they don't want to be in it and like it's hard to escape.
I see. I mean, it does illustrate like the whole like, it's like drones before drones.
Yeah.
Although like you're taking more risk piloting a Gundam, like because you're in the actual thing, right?
Yeah.
So.
But I stand by the first Pacific Rim movie being an excellent movie.
I've heard that.
You should definitely watch it. and listen to it.
Who made that?
The director is someone I like, and the name is totally like...
It's not Guillermo del Toro, is it?
It is. Yes, thank you.
Okay.
And
See, I thought it was weird that he made that kind of movie, and I still just never saw it. He didn't do the second one, though, I don't think.
No, and I mean, Guillermo del Toro, on record, is a giant Gundam fan, so the movie is kind of a homage to Gundam.
Okay.
Or just Japanese mecha shows.
This guy's a very Chicagoan guy.
Del Toro, much like me, has taste, unlike you Gundam hater.
I'm not a Gundam hater. I don't even know much. I learned what a Gundam was like a year ago. I don't even know this shit. I saw RoboJocks before you did, so fuck off.
That's true.
There's another classic leering shot of...
What's leering about that shot? She's fully dressed.
Yeah, she's just like... He's like, arch your back more. I said more. More, goddammit. So let's recall that this is the movie where she... This is the last movie she's in of these...
I thought she was in the third one, too.
No. She called... Bay a Nazi.
Is she going to come back in a later movie with amnesia working for the Decepticons?
I already did say she didn't, but let's leave it up to... Let's say it's open-ended.
Well, I meant they're making more of these.
I believe so, yeah.
And it's a good plot point that no other movies really explored. I think Michael Bay should consider it.
She could come back, I suppose, but like
with amnesia, working for the Decepticons.
When you see so far how far astray these movies end up going, like you can maybe see why. Like, I mean, I could see them bringing her back, but Michael Bay probably thinks she's like old and hideous now, even though she's probably like 32 years old or something.
Yeah, I don't know if she's older or younger than us.
Probably younger. But I don't know, because this is like, okay, this movie is 2009. So now we're in 2009. We're in Obama land now. Although the movie was filmed before Obama took office, so it's still kind of Bush's America. Okay, these little... All right, yeah, here's where all the shit comes to life.
I didn't know that Megan Fox was from Oak Ridge, Tennessee. That was only an hour away from where I'm from.
Damn, dude. You might as well have banged her or something.
Huh. She was 86.
You're missing like toasters coming to life, by the way.
1986, that means she's younger than me.
Well, you don't know how old you are, so... You told me you were 34.
I forget. I thought I said I was
That would
35.
mean you're the same age as her then, actually. Right? Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, the mom just said the word shit. Oh, you can say shit in a PG-13 movie. Do you know what the weird arbitrary rules are by the MPAA? Like, you can say the word fuck once in a PG-13 movie. So when they do say it, it's always kind of this like make it count kind of moment. We'll see if they use it in this movie. I'll probably miss it, but he's just getting shot at by his own toaster and like microwave and shit right now. And his dad, who's straight out of the fucking sausage factory of Chicago, is Jesus, this is so silly. I gotta say, so far, I like the parts of the movies better when the Transformers aren't around. I'm getting bored, like watching CGI things shoot at each other. But see, the mom just did some physical comedy, and that was funny, kind of. Oh, they didn't say fuck. They could have used their one fuck right there. See, he's treating him exactly like a dog. Get in the garage. And he just crawled into the garage on his knees instead of just transforming into a car that can easily fit into the garage. What up with that? So this little shard of something apparently is very important. Is this also the little object that's going to be the driver of the whole movie's plot? These parents are supposed to be like so hilarious and what is up with this sassy mom? I kind of like it. Not really.
Where are they from? What city is this?
I actually don't know. I was just going to say, because I was like laughing about how the dad's accent is like cartoonishly Chicago, but maybe they're supposed to be in Chicago. I don't know. I mean, they look like they're in the suburbs somewhere, but I don't know where exactly. More gratuitous, sexy shots. This is so like a boy and his dog type. It would be really funny if he had to like take him out back and shoot him in the head. Why is she changing to the... Oh, this... I know what this is leading up to. She's going to say, I love you. And he's going to be too much of a manly man, out of touch with his real emotions to say it back. And this robot just started crying.
And why isn't he taking his robot to college with him?
He will. Don't worry. They're there. Don't be sad. But yeah, so Bumblebee apparently can pee on people and he can shed tears.
I'm kind of amazed they have it say...
Why are the parents watching this? He can't do it. He can't say the L word. Lovecraft. Ugh, this is really bad.
I hate relationships.
That's what
I get from this.
That's what you get out of this.
I hate relationships.
Not that it was just really, really, really poorly set up and written and everything. Shot, scene.
Yeah.
Love sucks. Actually, he said, I adore you. And she's like, that's not the right word. That sounds like more sort of meaningful than just like everybody uses the word love, just tosses it around.
People take the word love very seriously, Joshua.
Apparently, but I'm just saying adore is not a bad substitute. But that was supposed to be all part of the comedy. Transformers comedy. Here's one thing to look forward to in these movies. I don't know what movie it appears in, but at some point, they discover some substance or whatever, some element that is literally called transformium. I believe it's the substance that allows these alien robots to transform the way they do. They couldn't think of a better word than transformium. Okay, this is some fucking racially dicey shit right here. And it just stopped the second I pointed it out. God damn it. What? The tonal shifts in this movie are a little, it's a lot of whiplash. Like those two robots were just like jive talking ebonics to each other, and now they're like doing a very serious military funeral.
This is all the same actors as the first movie. Who's the new actor in this movie?
The guy we just saw wasn't in the first movie.
Oh, really? I thought he was.
Was he? The guy who was in the Marvel movies?
I don't know.
No. Yeah, the square jawed like hero of the military. He's in like all of the movies.
Even the Wahlberg ones?
He gets like he gets like the shaft by Wahlberg, but like he's still in it, I believe. But of course, Wahlberg, yeah, he's got more star power. So
what was that indie movie Wahlberg was in that may have not been an indie movie, but it was kind of like an indie movie? And
I Heart Huckabees?
Yeah, where he played the firefighter. I liked that movie.
That movie's great. That's probably the best David O. Russell movie.
I haven't seen that movie in a long time, but I remember I fucking loved that movie.
I love that movie. It's really good. It's really fucking funny.
For some reason, I always think of his philosophical pacifist firefighter role.
Yeah, that's probably one of the better things he's ever done. Yeah, that movie's really good. It's, yeah, definitely the best movie by that director. There's actually this, if you go on YouTube, you can see this footage of that director losing his absolute shit on Lily Tomlin. She's in the movie, she plays the like existential detective along with Dustin Hoffman. And yeah, there's like this behind, like someone was like keeping the camera running while he was just like losing his ever loving shit, screaming at her. It's pretty embarrassing. Like, and it seemed to be over nothing. Like he just was like snapped or something. But I don't like a lot of his movies. Like I thought American Hustle was like way overhyped and yeah, I
saw it and I don't remember much about it at all.
Yeah, because it's kind of forgettable. He gets good actors in his movies, but like, or he did like The Fighter, which also is really forgettable, except for Christian Bale being a crackhead.
I liked The Fighter.
I thought it was okay, but I don't know. I think I Heart Huckabees is probably his best movie.
That's the one that resonated with me the most.
And it's only good because it's like self-consciously like it's trying to talk about all this serious philosophical shit, but it's like doing it in a way that's like poking fun at itself.
Self-consciously trying to be a Wes Anderson film.
It does have that sort of whimsical Wes Anderson vibe to it with like a good ensemble cast of actors. That's the guy I was talking. That guy's from the Marvel movies, right?
Yes.
He's like also a suit, like a CIA guy or some shit. Or no, not CIA, whatever they call it in the Marvel movies. Some other acronym. I think he's new to this movie. I think all of these movies end up getting like really high quality actors from movie to movie. Like Frances McDormand is going to show up eventually, and John Malkovich shows up. I think that's all in the third one. I believe the one we're watching right now might be the worst of all of them.
It seems really bad so far.
Yeah. I wish I weren't so fucking committed to the bit. I would probably just go right to the third one.
We can just watch this one in 2x speed.
We should. Maybe we should.
Boom, boom, boom. I think it's in playback under DVD control. Oh, you don't use
I've got Gome Player.
up at the top where it says playback.
Here?
Number 5 down. 5 from the top.
Oh. No, that's 3.
No. At the very...
I'm blind.
Oh, yeah. C is the hotkey for speed up.
Let's just see what it sounds like. I don't know if I can really do it, but... It's at maximum play speed, it says. No, wait, no, maintain play speed. No, I don't want that. Correct audio. Oh god, it's already making me feel insane.
Oh man, I love stuff sped up.
Do you?
It's like watching...
Okay, Mountain Dew machine in their dorm room.
That's a transformer.
Here. Okay, this is his first day in college. This is his dorm room. These guys already have everything fucking decorated. They have a fucking Mountain Dew machine and this whole network of computers rigged up. They've been there for like 10 minutes. And
pictures of college co-eds all over their wall.
Yeah.
You know...
All right, folks, if anyone actually gives a shit, which they probably don't, we're watching this at it doesn't actually show the number of the speed that's changed, but I hit play it faster twice, and it's also kind of giving me a fucking panic attack.
I just keep thinking, for some reason... I just remembered this Japanese artist that I like called Raizuki Kiyasu. Have you ever heard of him?
I don't think so.
He's like a weird noise band drummer who, I don't know where I'm going with this other than his shows are ridiculous and he's kind of popular in the noise scene, but often his ideal of drumming is picking up a table and smashing it on the floor over and over again in beats.
I think there's not even degrees of speeding up. It's either just fast, slow, or normal.
Yep. I mean, you have to go down twice if you want to go back to normal speed.
No, I think I can just go to normal. But I'm starting to think let's just fucking do it this way. Even though it's kind of making me feel crazy.
You'll get used to it, man. I guarantee.
Let's just see how different it looks when I go back. It doesn't seem dramatically slower or faster. Just when it's... Well, she's got weed. She's got edibles.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I remember this part. Will you hate me if I keep it on normal speed? I want it to be done fast too, man, but it was
No, it's fine.
It's making me feel crazy. And they're already talking so fast anyway. Look at that co-ed. These are all just models. These are lingerie models. And they're heavily made up to the point of absurdity.
Wasn't that what college was like for you?
Hey, look, she's high.
Why is this mom... She knows that he has a fucking girlfriend.
Why is she still carrying his baby shoes around, too?
No, she's like...
Yeah, I remember the WHM boys talking about this scene and how the mom, she acts like she's on, LSD and cocaine because she, ate a fucking edible. Look at her. This is kind of funny, actually.
Isn't that how you act when you smoke weed?
Yeah, when I eat a good edible, I start tackling people in public. She's a wacky broad.
She seems like a fun mom.
She does. I've never seen my mom eat edibles, so
You can fix that. All you have to do is bring your mom edibles and not tell her that they're edibles.
if I get my hand on some edibles in these days, they're not going to anybody but me.
I mean, if you're back in the States for a while, visiting or whatever, buy some edibles. Share them with your parents.
I could never dose anity, especially my parents.
If you're going to dose someone, they're probably the best.
I mean,
place to start.
I would dose you because you'd like it. And it would be funny to see you realize.
It would depend on.
No,
what
actually,
you dose me.
I wouldn't even do that.
You know what the problem is? You would dose me, and I might not realize it.
I think
I would just be. I feel strange. Sure.
you know what weed feels
Yeah,
like.
I know, but I would probably just taste it. I've never had edibles that. I guess good edibles don't necessarily taste like.
Yeah,
weed.
good ones you don't taste anything.
Ball bearings. So many ball bearings.
Living ball bearings. Look how intricate their CGI work is.
It's neat.
Oh, they're going to
Form into Tron.
I was gonna say, what's that God damn it. It's not the Power Rangers. What is it called? The thing that just forms out of like 7 other creatures.
Power Rangers.
No.
Voltron.
Voltron. Yeah, it's like a Voltron scenario here, kind of. It just
Voltron was based on the Power Rangers.
Really?
Well, I mean, the American Power Rangers didn't come out until the 90s, but the show that, like, all the cuts from the Power Rangers was from is, like, from, like, early 70s and upwards is still being
Is that what
made.
Voltron is?
Yeah, Voltron was, like, the cartoon version of that show, and it came out, like, in the 80s.
Okay. I've just always heard Voltron in reference to, like, something that is made out of, like, several other...
And I will be the head. Sorry, that's one of the lines that I always think of.
That's a movie that I've heard is quite terrible. It was the live-action Power Rangers movie. They do a Voltron situation with all the Power Rangers having their own sort of vehicles that like.
Oh, there was a Power Rangers movie.
I only know about it once again through Premiere Bad Movie Podcast. We hate movies. They did a good episode on it. I remember in that episode, they came up with a really funny scenario about how funny it would be for like an Ocean 11 type like heist situation, except they're like trying to steal a bunch of sperm from a sperm bank. The movie would be called Cum Heist.
Right.
You had to be there.
The Power Ranger TV show was based on Super Sentai. I was trying to remember what it was called.
Yeah, I mean, I knew that the Power Ranger show from the 90s, like all of the fighting scenes are just directly taken from the Japanese show. And then like the scenes with the American teenagers are shot independently. Why is he like seeing the fucking Matrix right now? Does he have that like being like coursing through his veins? I don't know what's going on. Whatever. He just started drawing with cake frosting on the table. This Victoria's Secret model who's supposed to be like a college freshman, she might be bad news is what I'm guessing. She's coming on to him right away.
Is she a Decepticon?
We'll see. Also, remember, he's still dating Michelle
I
Fox.
feel like Michelle Fox is going to show up at this party.
Man. There was this, I guess, fashion trend, makeup trend, whatever, in these days that, like, maybe I didn't notice it when it was happening, but when I see things from this time now, like every attractive girl has that really glossy lip gloss. It just looks so weird to me now. Am I crazy? Actually, every time they keep cutting to
why the fuck is the Sam kid afraid of Jock guy now? He like fucking fought in basically a battle.
No, that's not what his problem is. His problem is he's horny as fuck and he's trying not to cheat on his girlfriend. And this girl is basically just like spreading her legs for him. That's what he's trying to get away from.
Why?
Or did I miss something?
You missed something.
Okay. Well, he's also look at him. He's nervous. Jesus, the double entendres are so fucking funny. You squirt the oil into the shaft. like, oh my God. Do you hear? Oh wait, that's Bumblebee trying to warn him. What does that even mean?
Exactly what she said.
But does she know he has a girlfriend? Did he mention it?
Told her.
Dude, I'm not paying attention to every second. But how are you more aware? You've been looking at your phone for like 50% of the time.
I listen to shit.
I'm only reading the subtitles, but I'm also missing like 75% of them, apparently.
I never read the subtitles.
I put subtitles... You know, I put subtitles on for everything. I think it's because my ears are fucked from loud music. Like, even when I'm just watching a movie by myself, I'll oftentimes just put the subtitles on.
I watch a lot of stuff with subtitles. I actually prefer it.
This beverage is quite good. They're having like a solemn moment in a fucking graveyard together.
Oh, I thought Optimus Prime was going to punch Sam for cheating on his girlfriend.
He didn't yet, though.
He almost did. And if Optimus Prime was a good friend, he would punch his human friend as hard as he could and said, "Don't cheat on your girlfriend, human friend."
What Bumblebee should have done is just transformed while they were both in the car and crushed the woman and shot him out with like a parachute or something.
But I think the tenet of Transformers is they don't hurt humans
at all. But they do. Wait, I guess they don't. I guess the
Autobots.
The Autobots don't hurt people, I guess. Is that their rule? Are they like Batman? They don't kill? Who the fuck cares?
I care about Batman. Man, I'm actually really excited for that new Batman movie with, what the fuck is his name?
Robert Pattinson. Yeah. Bobby Pats.
I think it's going to be good.
It probably is going to be good. My brother was like fucking coming in his pants over the trailer. He said he watched it like 12 times. I thought it was really weird how they used like the saddest Nirvana song in the world as the music for the trailer. Did you notice that?
I did.
And I also realized that character that is supposed to be the bad guy in the movie, who I thought it was like a proto Batman, is actually the Riddler, played by Paul Dano. How do you say his name? Is it Dano?
I don't know.
The guy from There Will Be Blood.
Yeah, but I don't know how to say his name.
Okay. He's the Riddler, I guess. And but his outfit in that movie was like a ski mask with like goggles over it, and he like was doing some weird serial killer type shit to people.
Jim Carrey will always be the Riddler.
Yeah, no one will ever top that performance. I think that he got, like, when he made that movie, that was like the most money any actor got for a single role, like in history, was for that. Because he was fucking on fire at that point. Yeah, that's a bad movie. I watched it a lot for some reason as a kid. We had it on VHS.
Was that one Batman Forever?
Yeah.
That's the one that's like considered the worst.
No, the worst is the one right after that.
Batman and Robin.
Yeah, with George Clooney and
But Batman and Robin's real interesting because it's like
it was funded by the Department of Defense.
Yeah, but also it's like got so many just like blatant homosexual undertones, and it's really fun to watch under that lens.
Yeah. The opening of the movie is just tight shots of like Batman and Robin's like ass cheeks and nipples and stuff. Yeah. Joel Schumacher. You know, there's some of that in Batman Forever too, because he's the same director. That's when, you know, he was like, I'm not going to do what Tim Burton did and make a cool stylistic version of Batman. Honestly, I'm just going to make this like campy gay musical version of Batman.
As much as I love Christopher Nolan, I think actually the Tim Burton movies are my favorite of the Batman movies.
Yeah, I'd have to think about it. I mean, they're very different.
They're different. It's just like personally, I like them both. Like, I'm not saying either are bad. I just, for me, I really love the Tim Burton movies for Batman.
I mean, they're not as. I mean, the Nolan ones are very self-serious, and that was the whole point of them. Was like, I feel like if you like look at them in context of like when they came out, it was kind of, I don't know, groundbreaking might be too extreme of a word, but the problem is that like Dark Knight was so popular, and all these fucking incel assholes like felt like they owned it, you know, like they identified with the Heath Ledger Joker and stuff, and like, I mean, Jesus Christ, some guy fucking shot up a movie theater basically because of that movie. I mean, not because of the movie, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean,
but I'm saying like that was the beginning of the end of like gritty, realistic. Like it's the reason we have Zack Snyder movies the way they are is because of The Dark Knight.
Yeah, I think the world could have been better without the grimdark movies.
But I still like those first two Nolan movies. Like I've rewatched them. I mean, especially the second one. It doesn't all hold up, but I don't know. I can remember how it seemed sort of new and exciting at the time, way back in 2008, I guess is when
right around the time this movie came out.
It was right before this. Maybe this movie is trying to be the gritty Dark Knight version of the Transformers. Okay, I haven't been paying attention for like 10 minutes now, probably. It is really funny how they speak in English to each other when no one is around. I guess you could be like, well, they just adapt to whatever the dominant language is on the planet. But then they'd be speaking in Chinese, wouldn't they? More people speak Chinese than English. Oh, fuck this guy. This guy who will never have a career beyond the U.S. version of The Office because he's been stereotyped, I guess.
He's in The Office? I've never seen The Office.
Have you ever seen the U.S. one?
I've seen the British one. It's really good.
The British one is great.
I've heard the U.S. one's actually really good, too. I've just never seen it.
The U.S. one is good, but, like, I feel like if I were to watch it now, I would realize how infused with, like, normie shit-lib politics it is, in a way. I don't know. It's not like a very political show, either, I guess. I don't know. The show's fine. It's good. It's funny. And that actor plays like one of the more memorable characters on it. You've really never seen it? Not even a little bit?
No. I mean,
the most annoying part about the show is the fucking what's his face? He's like married to Emily Blunt now, John Krasinski. His character is fucking obnoxious to watch. Oh man, it's not even sped up.
I remember the first time I did LSD in university.
It looks like he just shot meth like directly into his brain. It sounds right now like he's channeling what Michael Bay says to his actors on the set. This is my universe. I am the Alpha and Omega. Michael Bay is notoriously a real fucking asshole as a director, like a real tyrant. Like Megan Fox wasn't wrong to call him a Nazi. Like Neil Breen, famously.
Who was I thinking of suddenly? Who was the director who famously nearly got all of his stars killed by making them live in a jungle for 3 or 4 weeks while they were filming?
Francis Ford Coppola?
Maybe.
You mean like when they filmed Apocalypse Now?
No.
Because I don't think he... Well, that actually was really... I mean, he didn't force the stars to do anything dangerous. They wanted to do it themselves, I think. The Heart of Darkness, the documentary about the making of that movie is... I mean, I'm not saying anything new here, but it's really good. I think it's almost better than the movie itself. It's interesting to see how they shot that I think they shot it in the Philippines, just in the middle of the jungle.
Oh, her name's Michaela. Did they ever say her name in the first movie?
They did. She said, "Hi, I'm Michaela," in the first scene.
I did not hear that.
Doesn't matter, really.
How did they get short circuit in this movie?
How you take that back? Short Circuit has dignity. Oh man, I think this is the robot that's voice is done by the guy who does SpongeBob, who is also in Mr. Show. Tom Kenny.
I watched the new SpongeBob movie the other day.
Why?
It was good, man. Not as good as the series.
I've never watched any of them. I'm too much of an adult.
I know.
Sorry. I just mean I can't stand the voice of SpongeBob. Also, knowing that it's being done by the guy who was really funny on Mr. Show sort of weirds me out. Also, I just have no interest in it, I guess.
SpongeBob's a weird universe. I think that's why I like it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe if I had, could get high like I used to in America, after I exhaust all the other things I want to watch on my list, I would maybe check it out. Look at this Bad Boys 2 poster. It's a fucking Michael Bay movie.
I was about to ask.
I actually watched the third Bad Boys movie, which just came out recently. I think I fell asleep before it ended, but that's some homophobic shit, that movie. Maybe not the newest one. It's probably tamped down, but the first two really show Michael Bay's kind of true colors.
Wait, are they going to fight the Autobots? Or are they going to assist? What's with her evil introduction to astronomy book?
Wait, did we miss? No, we didn't. Okay. "18 inches of meat." Real subtle screenwriter. Who wrote this fucking movie? I could just... What the F? They're still holding back on their one use of fuck. Jesus.
Oh. This is where Sam gets in trouble with his
You called it, man. You called
but
like
I don't know, is this blonde girl a bad guy? I think that she might.
watch.
Oh, is she a
The second
transformer?
you said that, her fucking robot tail came out of her asshole. Oop, there it goes. That was the worst CGI I've seen yet, actually. Ooh, solid burn. More really bad CGI. Pretty bad, at least.
It's kind of fun CGI, but I thought that I don't know why, but I thought in the lore of Transformers that they couldn't make themselves into humanoids.
Well, Michael Bray bakes all the rules. No, Michael Bay breaks all the rules. I mean, they are called Decepticons. You'd think they'd be able to do quite a bit. But yeah, even it had still had tits when it turned into a robot. It had bright blue, shining tits. That's funny. And this is the other the gender interpretation through these films. Like, I don't know which film it's in. I don't think it's this one, but eventually there is one and only one coded female Transformer.
God.
Violated your orifice. All right. I feel like it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's another high octane action sequence.
Oh, that poor library.
Wikipedia puts this franchise in the sci-fi action genre.
Oh, it is sci-fi. Technically.
I mean, it is just because of the robot element, but like, again, like I said, once these movies continue, like it basically becomes like high fantasy is the wrong word. What does high fantasy even mean? Is that like hard sci-fi versus just sci-fi? Expert.
There's hard sci-fi, which is usually more.
No, I know what the distinction of hard sci-fi, but what is high fantasy?
I usually associate high fantasy with like elves and dwarves and.
It basically turns into that by the last or the most recent movie. I should
that
say.
means I would probably like it better.
I know, man. I can't wait for you to see Merlin, and I'll give you one little spoiler alert about Merlin in
He's
these
a
movies.
Transformer.
Maybe, but he's also a real fun alcoholic.
That seems legit.
He's just like swilling mead.
If I lived forever, I would be an alcoholic.
I don't know if he's immortal. Is Merlin supposed to be immortal?
I think he's like born at the end of time and lives through time backwards.
Well, he's about to take over this beloved franchise. We only got 3 more movies to get to it.
That's good. Wait, what's carrying their car? Oh, a helicopter, of course.
But I don't know who's driving that or
It's
piloting.
probably Kobe Bryant.
What the fuck? Oh, shit. Man. Not soon enough, I say.
Airbags are good.
Airbag folks, we're looking for sponsors. You just got your first freebie. All right, which one's this now?
I think it's Starscream.
Wait, was he the fucking helicopter?
I
don't know either. Oh, introduce yourself. Say your name.
Goodbye.
I have a feeling that would shatter your spine and crack your head open. I love how delicate these Transformers can get with these small objects. Like when what's his name picked up the little glasses so gently. Oh, he's using the word delicate, just like I did. Ooh, it's like who's really an alien here, you know what I mean? Like, whoa. Are they the aliens or like we the aliens to them?
Yes.
Oh my god. This shit always cracks me up when there's more than one writer for a movie of like this caliber. 3 writers on this screenplay, man.
I feel like that's not that many.
But why do these big budget movies need so many fucking screenwriters? Like, it's not like
they're written by committee.
I guess you're totally right. You're giving the sensible answer. It is just like it's a production company thing where they demand like so many rewrites and stuff that then it ends up like. I guess my problem is when I first see like written by this person, and this person, I picture them all 3 together writing it from beginning to end, which is obviously not what happens. But
I'm sure there's some like writer room meetings though.
Probably a little bit, but I think with these big movies, it's just like, okay, we like the basic skeleton structure of your draft, but we're gonna pass this along to another person to like punch it up. And then, okay, that's not good enough. We'll pass it along to another guy to like unify it all together. It's probably something like that. In any case, 3 motherfuckers got paid to write this movie. And none of them seem to be famous to me. They just look like kind of like journeyman hack screenwriters. One of them wrote the U.S. remake of The Ring, which is not a bad movie, I thought.
Yeah, it was okay when it came out. That came out a long time ago, right? 2003, 2002?
Yeah. I think maybe even earlier. Here comes another robot battle. Also, I totally didn't get this guy's introduction. He's got a big, like,
It's Megatron, dude.
Lobster claw. Huh?
It's Megatron again.
I don't know. See, here's the problem with these movies. The bad guys are all gray, right? That's their whole color scheme.
But they have different shapes.
Well, I can't see shape. You know that. Don't mock my disability. They all look the fucking same to me, man. I don't know. I'm a fucking straight up Decepticon
Do they all look like Ann Coulter to you?
Yeah.
I think
it would be great if it really just was a giant Ann Coulter getting the shit kicked out of it by Optimus Prime.
I mean, if I was like amazing at CGI and I could go back and re-edit this whole movie to make all the Decepticons into Ann Coulters and just re-release it on the internet, which I'm sure would be taken down like near instantly, but it would get spread on torrent sites.
Yeah, but at least I could see it and laugh my ass off. Jesus, I just spit my drink everywhere. Actually, I contained most of it. Optimus!
Did Optimus
I also
Prime
love how
die?
these robots with all of their fucking incredible powers still like just bare knuckle box each other most of the time. I guess it's
like men.
Yeah. I'll take you all on. All right, now the CGI is starting to look a little too video gamey for my taste. Yeah, see, this shit just sucks, man. I hate this shit. It's so boring. And and the funniest part is the most boring parts cost millions of dollars.
Do you just hate fight scenes in all movies, or?
No. I've seen The Raid. That's like one long fight scene, and it's amazing because it's real human choreography. But I do also get a little bored with even well choreographed fight scenes sometimes. But this fucking video game fight shit in the middle of the woods. I mean, and I'm supposed to be sad right now because he just fucking killed Optimus Prime, who I'm sure is dead forever and never coming back. But did they explain how Hitler Decepticon Megatron? Did they explain how he was resurrected?
Yeah, they went and got him from the bottom of the ocean sometime early in the movie.
Oh, right. That's why the whole bottom of the ocean thing was, he'll never, ever be able to come back. It's like, what? Launch it into the fucking sun. I guess it's too expensive. Also, it would probably stop the franchise dead in its tracks.
I don't think we have the technology to launch something into the sun.
I mean, like, aim it in the general direction and it will eventually float there.
Maybe the Transformers have the technology, though.
I would think so. According to the lore here, they've traveled quite some ways to get to Earth.
It's the second movie, so that means the good guys have to have a big defeat. I guess the big defeat is Optimus Prime died.
Yeah, it just happened. And now, God, I wish it was going into the third act, but I don't think it is. Again, to invoke the Bad Movie Podcast, there's some pretty good advice I heard once on there about when you're starting to feel like the drag of a movie. Don't check the runtime because you're just going to be depressed when it's like only at the halfway point, which is what I'm afraid it will look like if I move the mouse here. You just got to power through and hope that it ends soon enough.
I loved the fight scenes in all the John Wick movies.
Oh, yeah. Those movies are great. Although, what did you think of the third one?
The third one's fine, but it is not as good as 1 or 2. I think 2 is actually the best.
I actually don't even think I finished the third one. I think it was a situation where I might have been watching it on
I saw it in theater, I think.
Yeah, I didn't, and I just don't even really remember what happens in it, to be honest. But even some people were talking shit about the second one, and I was like, what?
I love the second one.
I thought the second one was I'm with you. I thought the second one was better. I liked the kind of extreme, ridiculous, worldwide network of, fake homeless people and all that shit.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, the first one is like a perfect movie as well, but, it's much more...
The
it's
mom
so
can't figure out
straightforward.
that it's a fucking,
oh, look at this shit. Fighting on the fucking... What is it? The Brooklyn Bridge, maybe? Oh, they just fucking knocked over the American flag. How dare they? These fucking terrorist robots. Oh, wait, they weren't fighting up there either. That was just one robot, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He just knocked the American flag off the top of the fucking Brooklyn Bridge or whatever bridge that is in New York.
What the fuck are these asteroids?
They're fucking Decepticons, man.
Okay.
Oh, I think. I don't know. I'm assuming. Now we're in France, and there's a mime. That's not stereotypical. They're eating escargot.
I want to eat escargot.
This is all signaling to me that they're in France. Did you see that product placement? Drinking a fucking Budweiser in Paris. How fucking American can you be?
I like Budweiser.
I hate Budweiser because I'm a Milwaukee boy. Miller for life. Miller High Life, I mean, is the best shitty cheap beer.
It's champagne of beer.
I love that it's called the champagne of beers as well. All right, so giant thing just got this. Now this is just looking like a Roland Emmerich movie at this point. Roland Emmerich and Michael Bay are basically the same.
What did Roland Emmerich direct?
Independence Day.
Okay.
That terrible Godzilla movie from the 90s. 2012. The End of the World movie with John Cusack. He does just all disaster movies. He did The Day, what's that called? The Day After Tomorrow or some shit. That movie is fucking horrendous.
Never saw it.
It's so dull. It's at one point, the most exciting point in the movie is when a character is literally running away from the cold weather, and it's just like freezing shit behind him as he's running away.
Did the sequel of Independence Day come out?
Yeah, it's sickeningly bad. I didn't
watch it.
I actually convinced Haewon to pay like $10 for it when we were at her mom's place.
Why didn't you just download it? You're at your mom's place.
Because I didn't have a computer there, and we were like dog sitting, and
all movies.
Well, I was like, oh, like this could be like a fun bad movie basically, and then it was just like the worst crime of all. It was a boring bad movie. It was really, really fucking bad. I don't even think I finished it. It was
New York. This is the Decepticons. We have come to
your
take
leaders
over.
have withheld the truth. Don't we know that already? Wait, hang on. This is important.
If they did this shit on TV, everyone would be like, whoa, what's this cool like mass marketing stuff for this new movie? Looks badass.
Within the world of the movie, are we really supposed to believe that? Because in the beginning of this movie, when the parents get their house fucked up, and the dad is saying to the mom, like, shh, be quiet, national security. So wait, we're supposed to believe after all the shit that happened in the first movie that
they kept a secret, dude.
Only the select few in the military and the government know about this shit?
Yeah, they kept a secret.
Oh my god. They were literally giant transformers in the suburbs wandering around.
The government's good at keeping things secret, man.
Oh, that makes me angry. And now it's like, surprise, robot aliens are real, everybody. And Shia LaBeouf is using his serious actor face all for a terrible movie. Shrimp taco? That seems insensitive somehow. Which one is Jazz? That's all I want to know. Is the green one? No, the green one's the Mountain Dew one still. They all have too many fucking robot names. I know there's one called Jazz. I know there is one called
You're real
Jazz.
stuck on Jazz.
Because he's like this insane racist caricature.
Man, they just dropped Optimus Prime on the ground. Like
Yeah, that was not a hero's funeral. That was like, look at this hunk of metal. But that's why these army guys who fought alongside him are like have like a single tear running down their cheek.
Build a funeral pyre and burn them.
What if they just let me think a Viking funeral.
Transformers Valhalla.
I can't tell who is who at all right now, except for that Mountain Dew one because he's like green. Chairman. Alien blood feud. That doesn't sound like it was planted by the Department of Defense into the script. We'll win how we always win. By the excellence of the United States military. Oh yeah, they're with the British military as well, it appears. He just rip off his, like, what do you call it? Badge or something? Autobots, report to hangar for transport. Fuck you, day.
Just whiskey now?
Yeah. Too jacked up on coffee. You gotta level out. I think that's Jazz. I assumed Jazz would be blue. See, I haven't seen these. I've just heard people talk about them. He's got a different beret on though now. See, I told you he's like some. I guess he was like booted out of whatever secret military shit he was in.
I see what you mean.
Meat stores closed. I was just about to say who wrote this, and I know because I looked it up. But
God, I would love to go to a New York deli right now. If I could like teleport into a New York deli and grab like a giant ass Reuben, I would be like the happiest motherfucker on the planet. All I want is a fucking Jewish deli. So where are all my Jewish delis?
is there? Can you order Reuben online?
They're expensive. They're expensive in New York too. I don't want to order one. You can get one from Cali Kitchen. Theirs is actually really good. Linus makes the meat. I really like Linus barbecue. Cali Kitchen fixes the Reuben. Chuck that runs Cali Kitchen. Friend of mine, like that guy a lot.
You texted me last night, and I quote from memory, "Let's get drunk and order food." So order fucking Reuben if you want one so bad.
I will order food eventually.
Yeah, we got to pace ourselves.
Specifically, I want a New York deli. I want a teleportation device that leads me right into a New York deli.
You're so fucking high maintenance.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're not the first person to tell me that.
Is that so? Oh, swine flu. Man, that was
a quaint time.
A quaint time of the Obama era.
Did you see that sexy ass CRT TV up there?
I did see a tiny TV.
It's a CRT TV.
It's got tubes in it. I've heard. You taught me that on our first Fast and Furious viewing.
It's just important to know, man.
See, this guy's like a kook, man. He's like a conspiracy alien kook.
But he was a government agent.
I don't know if he really was. I think he was like pretending.
Definitely was.
Well, then he was like disgraced or something because he's working in a fucking deli in wherever the fuck they are right now.
That or he's in deep cover.
That might be part of it as well. I don't know. Gives a shit. John Turturro slumming it. It's kind of hard to say slumming it when he's probably being paid millions of dollars to do this, but still feels like he's lowering himself in some way. But I don't blame him. I'm definitely not casting judgment. It's just always a little weird to see good actors doing really shit movies. I want to see some like great famous actors do like Neil Breen level shit. It would be jarring. What?
She has one in a box.
Oh, right. Yep, that's Bob Sponge. That's Bob Sponge. The same voice. Can you picture the actor I'm talking about when I say the guy from Mr. Show who does SpongeBob?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, just picturing him in the sound booth doing this. Also probably getting paid millions. So good for him. Whatever.
Sound booth stuff's fun, I imagine.
Oh yeah, man. Voiceover, like doing voiceover stuff. That's got to be like the sweetest gig. He still he still has that section 7 or whatever, S7.
Is that his father?
IMAX.
Sure.
I guess that's product placement.
No. The Smithsonian was one of the first places to have an IMAX.
Oh,
in
they're in the
America.
Smithsonian. I don't even know
man.
where they are right now. Yeah, I've actually been in the IMAX at the Smithsonian, and it was actually the most memorable part of my one time I went to Washington, D.C. I remember watching a few movies in IMAX, actually, there.
My most memorable trip to Washington, D.C. was when I was a high school lad, and I left school one day and bought a bus ticket to Washington, D.C., and went to Washington, D.C. to chill.
By yourself?
I went with my girlfriend at the time. We saw a Bad Religion concert, and got back a day later, and our folks were upset. For reasons.
I went there with my
We let them know.
parents.
we ended up telling our parents. They weren't that upset, actually, but it was kind of random. I'm exaggerating when I say they were upset, but it was fun. It was a fun trip to Washington, D.C. I've been to Washington, D.C. since then. Like I've mentioned on the pod, I went to Obama's first inauguration. It was cold as fuck. I was very excited for hope and change.
Yeah.
Little did I know the disappointment that I was in for. But at that time, I should have taken the extremely cold weather as a sign.
It's an omen. I actually recently rewatched one of the documentaries that I saw at that Smithsonian IMAX, maybe like a year ago. It was narrated by Morgan Freeman, and it was about like it starts off with like the smallest things in the known universe, which is like, like subatomic particles, and then it like gradually starts panning out to like, the biosphere, and then it goes bigger and bigger and bigger until you're like at the farthest reaches of the known universe. Pretty cool. And then I remember another one I watched that was just all about solar flares, which just had like all this intense footage of the sun with like really loud, like rumbling soundtrack under it. I found that more exciting than like seeing where Lincoln was shot or whatever the fuck you do in Washington, D.C. Ooh, it's some bright sun. Okay, this is one. So, these robots that seem to have facial hair. Why would a robot have a beard? That's all I'm going to say.
Why not?
And there's more of it as these movies go on. Speaking of like big, like good actors, John Goodman shows up as a robot eventually, like a big fat robot with a big beard who smokes. Shit, this little robot is humping Megan Fox's leg like a little dog. And this like British robot with a scraggly beard is yelling at everybody for some reason. It sounds like he's like
explaining his backstory. Because they're looking for the primes.
And also, he's also got a cane. Why would a robot need a cane? Okay, what just happened there?
He farted a parachute.
Yes, he farted a parachute.
It makes sense, man. You just gotta understand.
You know, you're really way more on the side of these Transformer movies than I was expecting you to be. I'm going to be the contrarian. You're going to be the defender.
I still think that I like the Fast and Furious movies more.
I would say what we've seen so far.
I think the first two Fast and the Furious movies are better than these two movies.
I disagree.
But that's personal.
Disagree. I was so much more bored during both Fast and Furious movies than I was during these two.
See, I think I like the first Fast and the Furious movie. I don't remember the second one. I liked the first one.
What even happens in that first movie? I bet you can't tell me.
I can tell you the whole movie. So, an undercover cop has to stop.
Well, I know that part.
Has to stop a thief crew who deals in fast cars and CRT TVs.
That's what happens in the first minute of the movie.
And then he becomes friends with all of them, and they become family.
They don't become family in the first movie.
But
it's way more drawn out and slow than that.
And it ends with Dom and Paul having a street race where they develop a grudging respect for each other.
See, I don't even really remember that. But then the second one, I'll be goddamned if I remember the plot of the second one. All I know is that the only recognizable person in the movie is...
The bad guy?
No, is Paul Walker. Who is the bad guy in the second one? I don't know.
Wasn't that the one where they got tortured by the James Bond-esque like villain?
That's it. James Bond type shit doesn't happen until like at least the fourth movie.
No, but I thought there was like a big torture scene in the second movie with like some mafia boss type guy.
I think you're right about that, but man, that movie sucked. We're on record as saying the second and third movie are unwatchable trash.
Yeah, I was just saying, I think the first one was okay. These movies are better than the second one. I think the first Fast and Furious movie are better than these movies. I think it's more cohesive as just a movie.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like we're like just comparing like two different shits that we took. Which one is more magnificent?
Sorry, I'm working on my mic.
Your mic's fine. Your head keeps drifting away from it.
It's because I can't find a comfortable way to sit. I've been sitting too long. My body is.
I've actually been almost
up a lot.
I've been on the edge of my. I haven't actually leaned back once yet, and it's not an indication of how great these movies are. I think it's an indication of how much coffee I've had. Also, I think this is just kind of my default movie watching position for some weird reason. I don't want to get too comfortable or I'll just pass out. Now, which one is that? Whatever.
He's the one who woke up Megatron.
I know, but what's his name?
He's the Fallen.
It's just called The Fallen? Is that... Oh, Revenge of the Fallen. That's the name of this movie. Is it really called The Fallen?
I think so.
There must be a name. He's got a big spear. Oh, it is. It just said The Fallen. But wait, is The Fallen that individual? Or is it like a race of... Matrix? Now there's a Matrix? Jesus, this is convoluted. And you know what? The movies are only going to get more convoluted as they go along. I'm pretty sure. Tomb of the Primes.
Is Bumblebee a prime?
No, because his name isn't Bumblebee Prime, I guess. But Optimus Prime is a prime, I guess? I don't fucking know, man.
They just said he was a prime.
Bumblebee?
That Optimus Prime was a prime.
Well, his name is Optimus Prime.
My name's Jason Prime.
Well, then you should fucking know who's part of your alien robot race. Are you a race traitor?
Something like that.
Oh man, I can't wait for the next movie, honestly.
We're gonna skip to it. Come back to this one, finish it later.
Hell no. We're pushing through. I don't think we're too far off. I'm still not going to check because I don't want to be disappointed, but
I mean, I could have my Norman Rockwell experience and watch like the next 4 all at the same time on your computer.
I love you, man. I don't want you to die.
Have you never watched 4 movies at the same time?
No, because I'm still alive. I think if you tried to watch all 5 Transformers movies at the same time, blood would start pouring out of your ears and eyes. You'd start like levitating and spinning around like in The Exorcist or something.
Every time I watch a blockbuster movie, I just wish that David Lynch had directed it.
It's really hard to picture a David Lynch Transformers, but I can kind of picture it as well.
It would just leave you confused.
Or just take an existing David Lynch movie and insert a Transformer.
Questioning
like,
at the end.
No, just like Mulholland Drive, except all the humans are Transformers, but nothing else changes.
Fucking great.
Yeah, there'd be like that really hot scene between Optimus Prime and Bumblebee when they're lying in bed together. And then they go to the Silencio Club. There is no Prime. I remember being in the movie theater and seeing the trailer for the 3rd Transformers, and it was like, I think it was more of a teaser. Like, it didn't have any real scenes from the movie. It just had this long, dramatic reveal of like a Transformer on the moon, and I remember this laughing out loud. And I was like, maybe it was like one of those movie theater experiences where I was like me and like 3 other people in the theater. That's kind of more memorable than everything I've just seen in this 2nd movie. Oh, what is this? This was the guy who played all the Oompa Loompas in the Tim Burton Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't watch that one. I mean,
it's not good.
I've seen Charlie. I've seen Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, but I haven't seen.
This Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is the '70s one with Gene Wilder,
Right. Okay.
and then no, I'm sorry. Wait, what did I say?
You said Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
No, you were right. The '70s one is called Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and the Tim Burton one is the same as the novel, which is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
I love Gene Wilder.
I rewatched that movie like not too long ago, and
I wish he wasn't dead.
yeah, me too.
I want to live in a world where he had become our celebrity president.
Man, this Mountain Dew robot's looking the worst out of all of them. Now they're in Egypt.
Yeah, they just said they're going to Egypt, to King Tut's tomb, to get the thing to resurrect
I'm
Mr.
not
Prime.
listening.
How could you appreciate art if you don't listen to it?
I'm actually trying to find something about one of the... I believe... I don't want to say it and be wrong, so I'm checking something first about one of the cast members of one of these movies. I forget which one.
It never stops me from saying stuff being wrong. Just embrace it.
Yeah, Ken Watanabe plays a Japanese stereotype like samurai robot in the fourth one.
That's awesome.
Get ready for that. Is he finally going to say, I love you?
No way.
This is the kind of dialogue written by someone who understands nothing. Oh, he still can't. This dialogue is exquisite. That was some homoeroticism played for laughs right there a little bit.
Yep. How is Sam so smart?
Well, I believe some fucking ridiculous shit gets filled in later, at least by the fifth movie, about the bloodline of the Witwickies.
So does Marky Mark also play a Witwicky?
That I can't quite remember. I think he might somehow, but I think he might also just be an outsider who gets kind of pulled in.
Or is Marky Mark like Sam all grown up? Because that would make me happy for some
No,
reason.
they're not the same character. And they don't really explain why Shia LaBeouf's character disappears either, as far as I remember.
There's no, like, death?
No, I don't think so. Toss this government wiener out of the plane. This symbolizes everything of Michael Bay's ideology. The army is superior to these fucking bureaucrats. He's gonna kick his ass right out the plane. Michael Bay has got to be one of those guys who like just thinks he's way more fucking macho than he really is. Seems to be like some teleporting going on in these movies. They just like they did just kind of appear in Egypt. Like you said, they mentioned they're going to Egypt, but like, I mean, I guess that's just the magic of the movies, isn't it? They don't have to show them actually getting on the flight. Although I think there's at some point in these movies where maybe one of the bad robots can actually teleport. I might be making that up.
I wish I could teleport.
Me too.
I bet I'd probably be able to do it, but then it'd turn out it'd be like really physically exhausting, so I'd never want to do it.
Just it just gives you a special strain of HIV every time you do it.
No, I'm just thinking like it just feels like you ran like some fucking marathon or something.
I know, I want it to
like,
be extreme though. Extreme, like South Park extreme. Drank way too much fucking coffee. Oh my god, the symbols. My movie commentary is pretty spot on, huh? I just repeat what the characters say. You good?
For right now, I'm good.
I'm still not quite evened out yet. I drank a bunch of coffee before you got here as well. I'm fucking tweaking, yo, on God's crystal meth. Let's see, I say something that stupid. That's how much caffeine I've had. No, what the fuck is this magical gem? Doesn't matter.
Oh, you broke it, Sam.
It's the magical gem.
You broke it. I think it was supposed to resurrect Optimus Prime.
Oh, right. They ought to have the Christ story. Ah. He sounds like a total schizophrenic. The voices in my head, and the voices and symbols in my head led us here. It must be more. Faith. You gotta have faith, Michaela, whatever your name is, Michelle. Megan Fox.
So the pixie dust is going to bring Optimus Prime back to life, and that excites me. Because I miss Optimus Prime.
Yeah, he was our North Star. Cover Optimus. Okay. I'm really not paying attention. They're just doing what he says. Although I guess he is like the robot whisperer, Sam Witwicky. So they're just taking his word on all this shit.
Yeah. Also, I guess they kind of realize they're fucked if they don't have Optimus Prime to like stop the
they do need
the big bad.
They do need the big good to fight the big bad.
If they just had Homelander there to save the day.
More comedic tasing. Huey and Dewey. How dare you reference something as beautiful as the DuckTales?
DuckTales. Woo.
All right, next project. We watch every episode of the DuckTales without stopping.
Can't do it. I did start the new DuckTales series. It's pretty good.
I've heard that. I've heard Ben Schwartz does one of the voices of the kids.
Not as good as the new Animaniacs stuff, which I don't know if you've followed any of that stuff, but man, it's fucking great.
I heard there was a new one, but no, I haven't seen a second of it.
I mean, the original Animaniacs was fucking great too. I like cartoons, if you haven't noticed.
I have noticed.
For some reason, I got in the mood to endlessly scroll on my phone. I'm not actually reading anything on it. It just feels comforting to do the thing with your thumb.
Whatever keeps you grounded, man.
Where you pet your phone, kind of, by like scrolling through a feed.
I would say you're very justified in doing that during this particular entry into the Transformers canon. But I think the next one, I'm hoping the next one you'll find more engaging, because like I said, I haven't actually seen any of these movies from beginning to end, but just what I know about the plots, I think the third one is already my favorite, and I haven't even seen the whole thing. I've seen bits and pieces. Buzz Aldrin is in the third one. Spoiler alert.
Who's that? I know who that is.
He's the guy from Toy Story.
Right.
I'm breaking my own rule. I'm getting really sick of this fucking... Oh my god.
No, man. Don't look. Why'd you look?
I couldn't help it.
You're not supposed to look.
I can't handle the fast-paced thing, but...
No reason to skip around, man. It's almost over. This is the end.
You didn't see the timeline that I just saw.
I mean, that's the end. It's near the
It's
end.
like 30 more minutes.
Yeah, that's like near the end. It's like a 2-hour and 30-minute movie. 4/5 of the way through it.
And you know that each one gets longer and longer as they go on.
Don't be miserable.
I'm not miserable.
You just gotta really.
I'm actually thinking more about you because I know that I pushed for this project, kind of against your will in a way.
Well, it's okay.
As long as you're having a good time, then I'll let it be. But I was thinking about just like skipping ahead on this one.
No, I'm fine with it
Because I don't think any. Well, who knows? We might get a real listenership one day. And true heads, true heat death ites might want to watch the second Transformers movie and listen to our insightful commentary where I just repeat the lines from the movie and you talk about scrolling through your phone mindlessly.
I need to see the resurrection.
You do, yeah, there is going to be a resurrection scene. It's probably going to be pretty badass.
I like resurrections.
They already broke off the top of one of the pyramids, so maybe they're going to just really fuck up those pyramids.
I think we should just do a playthrough of the entire Metal Gear Solid series, which I imagine you haven't played.
I have not. I have not even seen what it looks like, actually.
Which makes me sad because Kojima might be one of the greatest artists of our lifetime.
I have heard that from you and a few other people.
And I stand by it.
I do. I will watch a playthrough one of these days because I know I won't actually
through
play
it together. I could put it on my computer and break your controller over.
All right, maybe. I can't even remember the last time. Last time I held a controller in my hand was when I kicked the shit out of my brother in Mortal Kombat 10 or whatever it was. 11? 10.
For me, it was last night.
I'm surprised it wasn't more recent.
Like this morning, I thought about just bringing my Switch here and just playing Switch
while you watch this.
I'd be like, nah, man, fine. I'm paying attention. I'm just doing another run through of Hades.
All right, you recommended Hades.
Oh, these are the construction formers.
I really don't like this sidekick guy. He's kind of annoying. He seems like kind of a bad actor. That scene when he was in the back of the car,
that's the werewolf from Twilight, right?
No.
Should we watch all the Twilight movies? I've never seen those.
I've actually seen wait, no, I did see all of them. But again, this will be like the 20th time I've referenced We Hate Movies, but they did commentaries on all of them and they were really fucking funny.
I watched the first Twilight movie. I remember that night very well because I had eaten a lot of Molly with some old friends. This must have been like 2007 or 2008 and just Tennessee era. We were all hanging out in my friend Kayla's front yard, just having fun. Great time. Night was winding down at 7 a.m. when nights usually wind down. And we all 10 of us went to our friend's room and laid on the bed together and watched the first Twilight movie. That was fun. Great time.
That sounds... I'm just imagining coming down off of drugs and watching Twilight and wanting to kill myself, but that's just me.
It was pleasant. I was with people that I truly liked. I mean, I liked them on Molly probably more than I... We usually like people more on Molly than you do.
Pretty natural. Yeah.
But I mean, I really liked them even not on Molly. I think that was the last time I did Molly. Not for any particular reason other than it just hasn't really came up in my life since then.
I just know that
I just don't want to bitch it on the podcast. I've never actually done drugs. I just talk about doing drugs. I'm a completely sober individual. I do not endorse drug use.
The only times I've ever been able to sort of pleasantly come down from a really extreme dopamine rush drug like cocaine or ecstasy is by doing other drugs to like put a pillow underneath the crash. Like
I'm weird about
if I just go like a cold turkey, so to speak, like I basically want to kill myself.
I don't have unpleasant come downs ever.
You're a very lucky man.
It's not like part of me. I'm usually just like, well, usually I just fall asleep.
You're so lucky. When I run out of cocaine, I just want to die. Because I'm jacked up, but my brain is like dying and like, you know, depleted from like all the feel good chemicals. And yeah, and even though I can like tell myself that intellectually, like it doesn't feel good still. It feels quite bad.
I just always chalked it up to not being very smart. I mean, me.
No,
then I just come down from everything. Well, back to normal.
No, you're just lucky. It's just like you got lucky neurochemical makeup or something. Because I think most people get at least a little bit sort of like down when they come off of like a super high like that. But
worst thing for me is just, you know, hangovers, which I used to never get, but they've become more common in old age.
I'll take an alcohol hangover over a Molly or cocaine or hallucinogen hangover any day.
Why are all drugs named after women? Why is it cocaine got a nice woman's name?
When I heard Molly the first time, I always thought of it as spelled like M-A-L-I, like a Hawaiian island. I did. Why
That's
not?
really funny to me. I don't know why that's
I mean, you take
vacuum bot.
You take. Oh yeah, this is a vac bot. Mean robots suck. Yeah, you fucking take a bump or whatever, and like just you're right there on the beautiful Hawaiian island. Wait, is there an island called Molly? There must be somewhere.
I'm sure there is.
Maybe I was thinking like Bali, and I just changed out the first letter. That's probably what it was. In any case, I got no answer for you about the female names thing. Suckbot.
I'm going to give cocaine a female name. Carol. Whenever I refer to Carol, I'm really talking about cocaine. I hope it takes off.
Infinite Jest reference number 2, like when they call weed Bob Hope and giving up all hope, I always liked that.
Yeah, I liked that too.
Turn of phrase. Or a Dubois, roll a big fat W-E-B Dubois. Good slang in that book. Eliminate your map.
Wallace was clever.
Indeed.
He seems to be hated.
I wonder if he, like,
right?
actually, I just realized that Jesus, it seems like, I was going to say, I wonder if he liked the Transformers movies, because he liked big, dumb action movies. I guess he could have theoretically seen the first one, but he was dead by the time this one came out.
Wasn't he already dead by the first one?
No. It was 2008, and the first one came out in
In
2007.
my head, I was thinking he killed himself in 2006.
2008.
I think he was actually murdered by Courtney Love.
I think Cobain did it. I think he never really died. And
I've always subscribed to the theory that Kurt Cobain and David Foster Wallace are the same person.
Well, I subscribe to the theory that Jim Morrison and Kurt Cobain, in cahoots, waited around in the shadows to kill David Foster Wallace in 2008.
Foster Wallace and replaced him with a Nosgard. You know,
how dare you?
Last night,
don't compare Nosgard.
Last night when I was drunk, I watched a 2-hour interview with Nosgard, and it was really good because his 5th book just came out, and I'll probably get around to reading it because I've read all those My Struggle books. I like them.
I'm sure they're good. I have a reflexive skepticism about them, but I have no real good reason why.
The second one's all about a parent dying. I read it right after my mom died, and I connected to it.
Well, I can imagine. By the way, Felix Biederman owes you a fucking check for comparing the Nausgard saga to the Obama biography.
Yeah, Felix, I'm waiting on my check.
I've got the receipts, man. You came. Actually, I don't, because you said it when I wasn't recording. But I tweeted it. I replied to something he said about the Obama. Anyway, you already heard me explain this. I don't need to explain it on the fucking commentary of Transformers 2.
I guess I got to start tweeting all these things that I say.
Yeah, man. Get out there.
I should stop tweeting about Magic the Gathering and tweet about these things. It's just I really like playing Magic the Gathering.
Man, that was a violent. I think the other trajectory of these movies is that they get more and more violent, even between robots. Like,
good.
I think by the next movie they start to basically bleed when they're killing each other and punching each other. And by bleed, I mean like motor oil or whatever the fuck. It's like green liquids to start shooting out of their bodies.
I really want to go.
But that doesn't happen in this one yet. Like, he just ripped that one robot in half really, really, like, in a visceral, violent way. But there was no splatter. But I think it gets more splatterized as the movies go on. What was the movie that you thought Leonard Nimoy was in?
Star Trek.
Some episode you were like, Leonard Nimoy, and it made no sense. I can't remember what it was, but
I remember this.
The reason I'm thinking about it is because Leonard Nimoy has a central role in the next movie.
That's awesome.
As a robot.
That's awesome. But there's no Megan Fox in the next movie. Now that I know that
she's done.
Now that I know that Megan Fox is from Oak Ridge, Tennessee, which is basically where I'm from, I've decided that she's one of my favorite actresses. I'm very big on people from my home area. Even if they vote red every fucking single goddamn time. Not that it really matters if you vote red. It's basically the same as voting blue. But that's a whole other thing.
Red or blue, when you go down in a fucking chopper, you fucking go down. Smash. I've been begging for this movie to end in my mind, and I guess aloud, for like the last 35 minutes, I think, for the record. It's not like it's...
You really hate it.
I don't hate it. It's just... They're just doing the same thing for the whole third act is just an extended shit blowing up. I liked the part where the two robots sat on the couch and talked about doing drugs. That was my favorite part.
That happened?
Yeah, man. You were right there. Ironhide. Who is this purple one who just got killed? Well, we'll never know. Where the fuck is Jazz? Does Jazz not show up till the third one?
Find out.
I gotta know.
But I want to know when hip hop is theirs. And indie. And noise. Noise is my favorite Transformer.
What?
just making. I'm just naming Transformers after music genres, Joshua.
Okay.
It seemed fun to me for a moment. Okay.
Jazz is a fictional robot character from the Transformers franchise. He's usually portrayed as a music-loving robot that speaks using American slang. In certain continuities, he is shown as being Optimus Prime's good friend and right-hand man, but in all continuities, he transforms into some kind of sports car. He was voiced by Scatman Crothers in the television series and the Transformers movie, which you said you're a fan of.
Great movie.
And he's voiced by Frank Welker in the commercial? Wait, why doesn't it say? I know he's in these fucking movies. He's actually also listed right here as Lieutenant Jazz.
Oh, so he is. Huh. I think your chair has decided to give out.
Oh, shit.
I'll fix it.
Can you see? Yeah, maybe just tighten it, or... Yeah, I was actually wondering about that when I was setting this shit up last night. Like, I wondered, is this gonna, like, permanently dent the chair? I think it'll be fine, though. I don't know what happened there, though.
Turn the mic off.
Yeah.
First Tony to me. Give me a moment. Try something.
I wish there was a better way to set it up, honestly. Oh, wait. Maybe try the, try this way.
Watch.
You think that'll work?
Yeah,
Okay, loyal listener, Sam Wiki and Megan Fox are running from a robot. As you can see, if you're watching this shit. There's the Mountain Dew one, I believe, because he looks... I don't know. Slow motion explosion shot, very classic. Choral music signifying the intensity of this, the intensity of Megan Fox's cleavage in slow motion. There's more phallic military imagery. Michael Bay is truly in his element here, folks. I was going to suggest, actually, just like using that bottom wooden rung, maybe. Unless you think that'll work. Because it's actually a little harder to adjust when you do it like upside down or sideways. But I think the bottom thing could work there.
I think this one will work.
Yeah. More shooting, more hiding, more exploding. There's an airstrike coming. Oh, they still haven't Doesn't it feel like 3 hours ago that they were about to resurrect Optimus Prime? And they still haven't done it yet. He's still got the sack of, like, magic ashes. Oh, damn. It does get more violent. The robots really fucking tear into each other now. Yeah, that's weirdly intense violence for this fucking dumb CGI bullshit. Oh, this is still the vacuum bot He's destroying one of mankind's greatest creations. Just letting it have it. Sorry, dude. I don't know what happened there.
I don't care. I'm just...
Oh, man. You just missed a great line. I'll tell you about it in a second.
I just couldn't do it while sitting down. I was being lazy. Why not just stand?
John Turturro was like looking up at the underside of one of these robots, and it had two giant metal balls hanging underneath, and he said, "I'm right beneath the enemy's scrotum." And now he just cheered, "Yeah, yeah." Is that not gonna work? Shit. Sorry, it was a bad suggestion. I wish if this table was just a little bit thinner, it would be perfect. But it's too fucking wide, too thick.
Just give me a second. I'll fix it.
Maybe just try in a different spot on the
I'm going
chair
to.
there.
This part's coming off, which is causing problems too.
Yeah, that's been happening to mine as well. Slow motion explosions.
Oh
no. Fuck, dude. Oh, that's just normal though. Die, says the subtitles. I don't know who said that. A robot, I think. More extreme Megan Fox cleavage there. More shooting. More shooting. And more shooting. More slow-mo Megan Fox running. Falling. They seem to think Sam Witwicky is dead. Oh, they used the F-bomb! Finally, I caught it! They used their one allotted fuck. But they used it in such a lame way. It was like not even at the forefront of the mix. It was like Megan Fox in the background screaming, "Fucking do something!" Man, my man LaBeouf's face be fucked up. That was me doing a Jazz impersonation, guys. Jazz, the Ebonics robot. Is it all right now?
Yeah. Hopefully I don't destroy your chair, though.
See, now I'm worried mine is gonna fall off, but whatever. There's Chicago Dad. There's cool Loosey Goosey Mom. Bumblebee looks just gutted. His master is technically dead, it seems. There are times in this commentary where I keep forgetting that if anyone is actually watching this, I'm just like recounting right what's on the screen. Some freaks though listen to podcast movie commentaries without watching the movie, and I think that's crazy.
Aren't you one of those?
No, I watch the movies with the commentary, but like that's how I found out, because they sometimes say like, "We know some of you weirdos listen to these commentaries without actually watching the movie along with us." And I'm sure some of the jokes are still funny, but like, what the fuck?
You never just like put a movie on to listen to?
No, I'm saying they just listen to the podcasters talking about the movie without any movie sound or visuals.
Oh, that is a little weird.
It would just be like listening to you and me going, "Hey, there's Optimus," and like.
Yeah.
Anyway, it appears that the
Pixie
Optimus.
Ducks resurrected Sam. Is
Oh,
Sam
he finally said it. He said the L
Sam
word.
going to turn into a robot now?
I wish that would be so much better than whatever's
With his
about
tiara?
to happen.
I've seen that scene. I must have seen it in a trailer. That standing up with that thing, that had to be in a trailer.
What, when he stabs Optimus in the head or whatever
like
he's
that,
about to do in the heart, the robot heart? He's like coughing up sand as if he has lungs. You're a fucking truck, man. You know, I question the realism of this Transformers film. I don't believe robots should have scraggly facial hair made of metal or use a walking stick.
I don't believe much.
Don't believe anything at all. To quote John Goodman, who I believe is in the next film, these men are nihilists, Donnie. They're cowards. I don't like this fallen robot. I'm way late to commenting on this robot now, but
Just don't like him.
I just don't like the design.
He's such a dick.
The design of him is what I'm getting at. It looks sort of like the what are they called? Xenomorphs?
Yeah.
It's got that xenomorph insectide insect. How do you use insect as an adjective? Insectile?
That works. Insect-like?
Yeah, I can just hyphenate with like. Whoa. That robot just committed fucking robot seppuku.
Kamikaze?
Just ripped out his own heart for the good of the primes or whatever the fuck. That was the most moving part of this whole franchise so far, even though we're only on the second movie, which is insane to me. I feel like I've been watching this forever. This second movie fucking blows, man.
It's not been great.
I just know that the other ones are going to be way more entertaining. I should stop hyping it up so much, but I can't. I'm hyping myself up. And I'm willing this to end. Is he going to rebuild the pyramids? Wait, who even is that? See, this CGI, it's not terrible, but it's not holding up well. I know I complimented the CGI in the first movie, but a lot of this shit in like broad daylight doesn't work very well. If I'm going to nitpick about this absurd robot alien saga. He just did like a fucking dinosaur / lion growl. You know, Starscream.
Starscream.
This looks bad, man. This looks like, you remember that show?
Yeah, this sounds like bad. Reboot.
You knew exactly what I was going for. It's not that bad, but for a second, right here.
Yeah, but Reboot was incredible because it
at
was
the time.
Like, one of the very first computer animated things.
Yeah, it blew my fucking mind when I was a kid.
It has a pretty cool and dark storyline too.
Does it? I don't remember the story at all.
I've revisited as an adult at some point. On
LSD.
Actually, yes.
I knew it.
How did you know?
Because it just sounds right. But for a second, on the really close up of those two bots fighting each other, it really reminded me of like almost reboot levels of CG. Even though I know it's not that bad, but yeah, reboot was the game changer. I don't think I'd ever seen anything like that up until that time. That was like a Saturday morning cartoon, right?
It was.
Yeah. Oh, God, they're still doing the tell me you love me shit. What? Please make that the last line of the movie. I mean, I know it's not going to be, but please. Mom, Dad, why are you also in Egypt? We don't know, son. We don't know. Nobody knows. This looks like the oil fields burning in Iraq right here. I feel very intentional for some reason. Or maybe I'm just desperate to read something serious into this fucking goddamn trash sequel.
You hate it so much.
It's an impediment to the third one. It's getting in the way. And I know it's almost over. It actually really is this time almost over, but hurry up. All right, this is the last time you'll see Megan Fox ever.
That's sad.
Unless you watch those Ninja Turtle reboots.
That's probably not going to happen, but it might.
See, here's a trend I think that's going to carry on throughout these movies. Optimus Prime begins the voiceover of the movies and then gives some sort of like wrap up, put a button on things voiceover at the end of the movie. Let's see if that carries on. Based on Hasbro is
Toy maker.
I know, but it's Japanese.
No, it's American.
Really? Okay.
They own Wizards of the Coast. Wizards of the Coast makes Dungeons and Dragons. They also make Magic the Gathering, my favorite card game.
Okay. Fuck this movie.
Hasbro bought Wizards of the Coast, I think, back in 2006. Their most profitable thing is Magic the Gathering and Dungeons and Dragons. But often the decisions that corporate heads make at Hasbro is very bad for both games because of shareholders. Okay.
I just feel like maybe just because they showed that college lecture hall right there at the end, I just felt like suddenly you were the professor telling me about the history of toy manufacturing. All right, on that note, we're going to hit stop. I'm going to piss, and then we're going to put on the third one, Dark of the Moon, which I think is going to be real fucking funny. Bye.
Man, I've narrowed down what I want for my lunch or dinner or whatever this is to tonkatsu or a Korean lunchbox. But there's a fucking tonkatsu place that I fucking love.
Bye.